funeral we are having for our grandmother. I'm Dr. Mrs. Biata Aduku. So I'm the granddaughter-in-law. I'm here to just take us through what we were doing. But before we go through the program, we will have the filing pass the body before for 10 minutes. And before we can now officially start the program. So we'll start with the family to file pass. So we have the family of Grandma Nabilla Williams. We also have, so from the family father's side and mother's side from the Dabong side, and also the mother's side from Nangodi, from the Nabdam side. We will have Mr. Williams's family, our daddy's side as well, who will also file pass. We would move to the Quakers, the faith grandma belonged to. We go to the Bonaboto, that's from their association is here as well. Then we move to the University of Ghana. We start with the Legon pensioners, her colleagues, and then the students. The last will be the friends and all well-wishers. So once again, you are welcome. So we'll start, it's 10 minutes. So we'll start with the family, with our head, the family head, that's Mr. Richard Alasan Yahaya, and the other team will start filing pass. Thank you very much. So the direction would be, we have an usher here who supports us to direct. So from my extreme left, we go around, as I said, in 10 minutes. So we'll pay our respect, file pass to Grandma, and then we could come. Thank you. Mami and John, can we help in ushering? Thank you very much. We have the son, Ebo Williams, and the granddaughter, Nabilla Williams Jr., moving to. The nephew has just finished. Please, the family members from Dagbong and Nangodi, can we start filing pass? We have 10 minutes for this. Tiseba yehe bolgazi awana yang join. Then please, Mr. Williams, our daddy's family, please kindly join. Let's be snappy with this. Please, this is a time for us to pay our last respect to Grandma, because after the file pass, the curtain will be closed and the body will be taken to the cremation. So please pay your last respect to Grandma for all she's done for all of us here. Thank you. So we are still having the families. Grandma was a mother for all. She belonged to so many groups. She belonged to so many families. So we are having the families paying our last respect to Grandma. So from there we'll have the Quakers joining after the family. So Grandma belonged to the Hill House Quakers group as she was alive and having fellowship with them. So they are next to pay their last respect to Grandma. So we still have the family from Dabong, family from Nangodi, family from Nsawam, and then family from Accra here, paying their last respect to Grandma. So we have the Quakers joining. Okay, I see the Bonaboto. So Bonaboto is an association that people from Bolga, Nangodi, Bongo, and Tongo. So we have the name Bonaboto. So she belonged and she was a fervent member of the Bonaboto group. She never left her culture and her roots. So we have the Bonaboto group here paying their last respect to Grandma. So Bonaboto de Malay is about one be Grandma. All right, can we have the University of Ghana? Grandma served a lot when she was alive. Her active years was in the University of Ghana. She really tutored a lot of students. She was with a community. So Grandma, the pensioners, the Legon pensioners are here. Her co-workers are here. Then we also have the old students, those she mentored, those she taught. So they are part of this. So we have the University of Ghana. Thank you for coming. And as being joined again by the Quakers, led by Mr. Sergius Efson. He is their clerk for the Quakers, for the Hills House Quakers group. So thank you so much for coming. Please, friends who have joined us, kindly join the queue to pay your last respect. After the filing pass, Grandma will be taken, the curtains will be closed. So use this as an opportunity to pay your respect. Please, family who are outside, who haven't come to pay respect, kindly come and pay your last respect. I want to also acknowledge the Ghana Home Economics Association. They are here and Grandma was part of them. Thank you so much for coming. And if you have just come, please pay your last respect to Grandma, Mrs. Nabilla Williams. Once again, the curtains will be drawn close after the filing pass. So kindly pay your last respect. All right. Please, we are about to invite the close family, the immediate family, to come in before we close the curtains. So they need to stand for the curtains. So, Uncle Fred, please, if you can come. Joe, Ebo, Nabilla, Julia, if you can come. John. Please, they are going to close. Yeah. No. So the family, immediate family, is going to watch. The head of the Nangodi, please come. The head of the Nangodi team, please come. Uncle Yamiche Williams, please come. So the Nangodi team, please, the head of the Nangodi family, not all of you, just the head. Only the head. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to today's farewell we are giving to our grandmother, Mrs. Nabilla Williams. Once again, I am Dr. Mrs. Biata Akayane Aduku, and I'm the granddaughter-in-law of Grandma. And welcome to those who have just come. And I learned MTN is with us. Grandma served as board of MTN. And so the MTN team, thank you very much for coming. Now the casket has been closed, and we are now going to proceed with our program. I would like to invite Mr. Aduku, Wimble Joseph, and then Mr. Richard Alasan Yahaya to take us through the welcome and reading of the biography of Grandma. Thank you. Mr. Richard is the head of the family from Dagbon, and then the nephew of Grandma.
Thank you, MC. Good afternoon to all of you, family, friends, and cherished guests. On behalf of the entire family of the late Grandma Nabilla, we welcome you with heartfelt gratitude and solemn appreciation to this gathering, a time not only for mourning, but for our celebration, remembrance, and thanksgiving for a life so beautifully lived by our grandma. We are deeply touched by your presence here today. Your coming is a testimony to love, respect, and honor Grandma Nabilla, as she's been inspired in so many lives. She was not only our grandmother, she was a mother, aunt, mentor, and friend. She was a pillar of wisdom, compassion, humor, discipline, and unwavering strength. As we are here to journey through today's program, we invite you to reflect with us, not in despair, but in reverence and hope, as we remember her laughter, her teachings, her warmth, her legacy, and her timeless saying, "Bring the drink home." May this day be filled with peace, shared memories, gentle tears, and joyful stories. Thank you for joining us as we honor the life of a remarkable woman, mother, grandma, whose impact will continue to echo in generations to come. Once again, we welcome you, and may God bless us all. With gratitude from the family of Grandma Nabilla Williams. Thank you.
Biography of Mrs. Nabilla Williams. Nabilla Williams was born on July 22nd, 1937, to Brahima Napuro Al-Hassan, chief of Tampekuku, Tamale, and Yemba Poka Nati, who was also the daughter of the chief of Nangodi near Bolgatanga. She was the firstborn of her father and the lastborn of her mother. Nabilla had 3 half-siblings from her mother's side and seven half-siblings from the father's side. She was a double royal lineage on both sides and was treated as such. She went to the best schools in Bolgatanga and graduated to join her older sister, Salome, at Kurbo Girls High School in Kurbo, Odumasi, one of the oldest and most respected girls' schools in the country. She obtained her BSc in Home Economics, Early Childhood Development from Stout State University of Wisconsin, USA. While in the university in the US, she met and married her beloved Sidney Williams, who was a student of agriculture in the same university. They returned to Ghana together and both began work at the University of Ghana, Legon in 1970. She joined the Department of Home Economics, now the Department of Consumer and Family Science, and was a very devoted and passionate lecturer. She also was the head of the department for recent years. In 1974, Nabilla headed out to the University of Guelph in Canada and returned with a master's degree in childhood development, master's in childhood development. Upon her return, she undertook in major projects for UNICEF, FAO, churches in the area of constituency workshops. She had also been an education advisor for Ghana Danish Community Program at Tamale. She was awarded the University of Wisconsin's President Award for her International Student for Leadership, Creativity, Friendliness, and Compassion. She was also a recipient of the Gulf Faculty Exchange for grant for 3 years. The Charles Study Center at the University of Ghana, which started under a tree, has been recognized and named after her, the Nabilla Williams Resource Center. The Child Development Laboratory of the Child Development and Family Life is designed to provide opportunities for undergraduate and graduate students to learn about the growth, development, and behavior of young children from birth to 5 years old. She has served on several boards within the university and within the nation of Ghana. All her life, she had been an entrepreneur, running various businesses, sometimes concurrently. She ran a successful restaurant called Depot with 2 other colleagues from the university for 10 years. She started serving Omotuo on the University of Ghana campus, which was well patronized. She also produced Shito Dawa, a batik, tie, and dye business. Her husband, yes, she and her husband and her sister and her brother-in-law had a farm at the Frank Wings, yes, when they grew pineapples, citrus, fruits for sale to suppliers and factories for several years. Mrs. Nabilla Williams has been considered as one of the pioneers of Northern female achievers. She retired as a senior lecturer from the University of Ghana, but was still active and called anytime she was needed. She never stopped working. Sadly, her husband, Sidney Williams, passed away in 2016. Although lonely, she continued briefly to pursue her passion. Well into her 80s, she was still strong, going to the market alone, traveling to Tamale for funerals alone, and totally ignoring the objecting cries of alarm from the family. Even in her hospital bed, she believed she would get better and spoke often about her vision of setting up a training school for house help and careers. For Nabilla, death came too soon. She was not done with life. She had too much energy, and her brain was always actively finding something for her to do. But gradually, sadly, she came to accept that her body had run its course. And as efficient as always, began to give instructions about what one should do in case of her demise. We were in denial, but she was not. She spoke of death as something everyone would go through, and of course, referred us to one of her lecturers on the subject of the university. She pulled out textbook on dying and gave a long lecture marked to our horror. That was Nabilla for you, forever practical. She finally gave up the course peacefully in her sleep, age 87, at around 9:45 p.m. on 13th May 2025 at the UGMC, where the staff had been so kind and efficient with her care. Mrs. Nabilla Williams survived by her son, Sidney Ebo Williams, and her beloved granddaughter, Nabilla Williams. She left behind also several family members, nieces and nephews, and lifelong friends. She will be sorely missed for her kindness, forthrightness, festive stubbornness, and her bright smile, and her incredible passion for all that she believed in. Rest in peace, in perfect peace. Mommy, Grandma Nabilla, Auntie Nabilla, now nyame tumbiere onin. Kaso chant yanum tone. Amen.
Thank you, Chief Richard, and then Joe, for welcoming us and giving us the biography. So before we proceed as well, we will take a song which she loved, When Peace Like a River. Whilst they are setting up, we really want to thank all of you for coming. We want to thank the staff of UGMC for taking care of Grandma. We were there when you were really selfless in taking care of her. Thank you. Thank you. It is well with my soul. Just to also acknowledge delegates from Professor Kwabena Ajebewia. That was a close friend of Grandma. Thank you all for coming. Prof was always by her. They shared jokes and they shared a lot of things in common. He would have been here, but he's currently out of the country. So thank you for representing him. Can we have Mr. Alassane joining the family up here whilst we also continue? I would like to welcome and hand over to Mr. Sergius Efsen, the clerk of Hill House, the Quakers group, for them to take us through the spiritual part of this program. He's the head, where Grandma actually will belong to them. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Welcome all. My name is Sergius, and I'm the current clerk of Hill House Meeting, of which Nabilla was a much-loved and highly regarded elder. Within the Quakers, we only have the clerk, elder, and members, and she was a stalwart member of our meeting. As a Quaker, I want to take a moment to share with you that whilst Quakers may not always share the same traditions or practices as other Christians, we are Christians rooted in the teachings of Jesus Christ, and Quakers are also referred to as friends, drawing from John 14 to 15 in the Bible. We're also an integral member of Ghana's Christian Council. At the heart of Quakerism, there is a belief and commitment to living out our faith in everyday life. We believe in the importance of silence and the voice within us, which guides us in our decisions, relationships, and actions. When I talk about the voice within us, we believe that God is in all of us at all times. And it's for us to listen to God to help to guide us in all we do. And Quakers are about practicing that. Today, our worship service will be unprogrammed, in that unlike traditional church services, our worship will be characterized by silence and stillness. God is in silence, and we wait for the Spirit to move among us. Sometimes during silent worship, someone may feel led to share a message, prayer, or song, which is fine. Other times, the silence is the most powerful part of the worship. As we go forward, you can sit in silence, reflecting upon the life and passing of Nabilla, or simply be present, or seek that gentle voice in the silence that we have created here. On a final note, today's silence worship will be 30 minutes. This will be followed after the second hymn by a further 5 minutes silence, and we'll conclude with a handshake. Now, to guide you into silence, because most of you may not have had this experience, please make yourself comfortable and begin by lightly closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, in, out. Your in-breath being shorter than your out-breath. I like to do it like 1, 2, and then out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So you prepare yourself to go into silence. Gradually, let go, building a silence in which you may be prompted by God within you, or just be in the silence, enjoying His presence. I will clap twice, like that, when the period of silence is over. So if you could start now, please, close your eyes and just be in silence. Thank you. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. A bit different from what you're used to. So when you go to church, remember this. All right, I'd like to pass you over to my fellow Quaker, Fulera, who will actually read from what we refer to as the Red Book, which is thoughts and views of previous Quakers about life and living a Quaker's life.
So she will be joined by a family member as well, Miss Hawa Brima.
Good afternoon. Yazare Negwarum Sanunkudazua. These were some of the languages Grandma spoke, and I happen to come from the Upper East, so it's nice to speak something from her space here. So I'm taking a short reading from the Quaker's book, and just to re-emphasize that it is all from the Bible. It's just that people have put together their opinions and their views about death, which is taken from the Bible. Okay, so I read. I am glad I was here. Now I am clear. I am fully clear. All is well. The seed of God reigns over all and over death itself. And though I am weak in body, yet the power of God is over all. And the seed reigns over all disorderly spirit. So chapter 21:54 says, death is not an end, but a beginning. It is but an incident in the life of the ages, which is God's gift to us now. It is the escape of the spirit from its old limitations, and it's freeing for a larger and more glorious career. We stand around the grave, and as we take our last look, too often our thoughts are there, and we return to the desolate home, feeling that all that made life lovely has been left behind on the bleak hillside. Yet the spirit now is free, and the unseen angel at our side points upwards from the grave and whispers, he is not there, but is risen. The dear one returns with us to our home, ready and able as never before, to comfort, encourage, and beckon on us onwards. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I also take the second reading from John 14, verses 1 to 3. Let not your hearts be troubled. Ye believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it was not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. This is the word of Jesus Christ. Thank you very much.
So the last reading is from the book of 1 Corinthians 15:55 to 57. And I read, O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? 56, the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. 57, but thanks be to God, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'll take the tributes from Quakers. At Hill House, we fondly called her Grandma, though she wasn't always with us in person. Her wisdom shone through her messages and visits. Her last visit just weeks ago was a blessing, and her suggestions for our centenary project was invaluable. During her last visit, she encouraged us to be self-reliant, even suggesting we shouldn't rely on others for simple tasks like serving tea during breaks. She was always keen to share her knowledge. I remember one of the days when I was going to drop her, she told me of how when they were children, her mother used to resuscitate the underside of jollof. And she said that after a few hours of soaking it, when you take it out and you reheat it and add gravy and shito to it, it is the best brunch you can have. I've been doing it since. I trust you do it too. In putting this tribute together, we asked how a cross-section of members would remember Grandma. Some of the key words were used. The following were some key words that were used: simple, truthful, peaceful, and good as sustainability. With her passing, we lost a treasure trove of memories and experiences. As an African proverb says, when an old person dies, a whole library is lost. Yet Grandma's legacy lives on through the lessons, anecdotes, and wisdom she shared with us. Though Grandma is gone, her never-fading smile lives on. We hold her in the light. Amen.
Thank you so much, the Quakers. I think we've learned how to reflect in silence, though it was quite difficult for us to adhere to, but we tried. And then we've learned a lot from you. Just a reminder of who they are. They are a Christian sect also known as Religious Society of Friends. They originated in England in the 17th century, focusing on the inner light, or direct relationship and experience of God within each other. They came to Ghana in the early 1900s. Most of them were teachers and civil servants in the colonial era. Quakers place emphasis on social justice, equality, irrespective of gender, race, and of any other factors. So these are, you can go to the last page, you get more information about who the Quakers are. Thank you once again, and then welcome to those who just joined us. So there's a time for us to take some tribute, precisely just from the family and MTN. At the tail end, anyone who has a tribute can meet John. He's at the back, so that we would get your tribute once the program continues. So I would like to call the son, Ebo Williams, to come and present his tribute. Ebo.
That was a wonderful silence. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I find myself doing something I never imagined, saying goodbye to my mother. Not just any mother, but a woman whose strength, love, and values shaped every part of who I am today. Mommy was the most remarkable woman I have ever known. She was a constant presence in my life, a calm and steady guide through every stage of growing up. She didn't raise me with just words, but with actions. She showed me what it means to live with integrity, how to treat others with respect, and how to stand tall in moments of difficulties. Her discipline was firm, very firm, but always fair. Her love was most loud, but it was unwavering and deeply felt. As a child, I watched her care for everyone around her family, friends, even strangers, without expecting anything in return. She didn't believe in grand gestures. She believed in responsibility, kindness, and doing what was right. If someone needed help, she gave it. If something needed to be done, she did it. That's the kind of person she was. She taught me the importance of education, not just going to school, but the value of thinking, learning, and being curious. She was wise in ways that books don't teach. Her words were simple, but always carried meaning. She knew how to listen. She knew when to speak and when to stay silent. As I grew older, I began to understand just how much she has sacrificed for her children, for her community, and for her country. She served on national boards and helped guide institutions that helped thousands of people. Yet, she remained humble. She didn't talk much about her accomplishments. No. She cared more about doing good than being seen. Even in her later years, she never stopped working. At 87, she was still serving. That was her spirit, always giving, always building, always believing there was more to do. And she would say we should move. She was the kind of person who never saw age as a reason to stop. Her life was her service. Losing her was left a silence I don't know how to fill. I miss her voice. I miss her quiet encouragement. I miss her sitting across from me, listening without judgment. She was home to me. Now that home feels different. But I know her values live on and in me, in our family, in the people she helped and mentored. I know that how I live now matters more than ever because I carry her name, her lessons, her hopes for us. Mommy, thank you for everything you were and everything you gave. You were the heart of our family and the center of my world. Rest well. Rest well, Mommy. Grandma, Mommy, Mrs. Williams, as I affectionately called you when I was a little boy. I asked, Mommy, why is that people call you Grandma? People call you Mrs. Williams, and you say I should call you Mommy. She said, when you grow up, you understand. And today, frankly speaking, I've understood. I've understood because of the audience or the congregation that I'm seeing. It tells it all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ebo. We call on the nephew, Joseph Aduku, to present his tribute and on behalf of all the numerous children Grandma raised.
Thank you. This is a tribute to Grandma Nabilla from the nephews. I'm Winbill Joseph Aduku. I want to say we are gathered here not just only to mourn, but in deep gratitude for the life of our extraordinary mother, auntie, grandma. She was more than a matriarch. She was a force with profound wisdom, unshakable discipline, and tender compassion. She left an enduring mark on everyone she met and trained. As we call her, Sergeant Tankwa. Her unfiltered humor, cultured grace, and unwavering love for family, education, justice made her unforgettable. Grandma Nabilla loved simplicity, and she would often say, "Don't do your work nyagma nyagma like that. Be humble, simple looking, and be appreciative." But her mind was always rich and far-reaching. She was a living proof that one could be both gentle and firm, warm in spirit, but unbending in principles. She believed in the power of learning, no matter your age or literacy. She had a rare ability to teach, inspire, and unite people around shared knowledge and mutual respect. Oh, Grandma and her smiles. That unforgettable smile that radiates a peace and a joy that came from living a life of purpose. When Grandma smiled, it felt like the world paused to soak in the little more goodness. She was also fiercely protective. Her strength came from deep love. She could not bear to see the vulnerable suffer. She raised her voice when it mattered and stood firm when others wavered. I, Winbill Joe Aduku, am one of many shaped by her wisdom that molded me by her principles and forever transformed me by her love. Her professional impact was vast. She served with distinction on prestigious boards, University for Development Studies, Bolgatanga Technical University, where I was the first SRC president, NetFund and MTN Ghana. Her leadership was sharp and always aimed at lifting others. So much so that the University of Ghana's Child Center now bears her name, a fitting tribute to a mother, a woman who nurtured generations. She died still strong and active at the age of 87. A testament, her lifelong devotion to her community and her country. But Grandma's legacy isn't found only in institutions. It lives in her timeless sayings. One of the most memorable being, let's say it together, bring your drink home. To some, it might have sounded odd or even funny. But to us, myself, my brother here, Ebo, it meant preserve your dignity. Use your time wisely. Prioritize what matters in your family, your health, and your future. Don't waste your energy where nothing grows. I used to have a problem with that because I didn't understand what bring your drink home is or meant till we had a meeting. We call it tribunal meeting. When your door is knocked at 4:30 a.m., we call it the tribunal meeting, where Grandma would be seated at the far end with Grandpa on the side, you facing Grandpa, and you'll be answering questions. Grandma was never against joy. Oh, yes. Enjoy yourself. Be yourself. But she simply wanted our joy to be meaningful. So bring your drink home wasn't a call to suppress celebration. It was an invitation to live for legacy, love, and quiet wisdom. And now she's gone. I still can't fathom it. When I arrived at the airport, Grandma was not there. She would always be there to meet me with her driver. She would not let anyone touch me but her, and straight to the house, and we would share a bottle of our beer. No more hibiscus soup that is bitter, made just the way I like it. No more late night stories, jokes, or Grandma's tribunal meetings at 4 a.m., Ebo. No more Mbaye. Why Allah? We would miss all these stories. For the name Sergeant Tankwa, we have lots of nephews, nieces, and friends who became family members that were being brought up by Grandma and Grandpa. Sergeant Tankwa, when you hear the name, you know what I'm talking about. This nickname or very early morning life lessons we would miss. We will miss her terribly. We are missing her. Her absence is heavy, but in her memory, we will carry her wisdom. And I say, we as a family, the friends, the loved ones, I've gotten to meet her students that shared some memorable life stories from how they learned to use their first cutleries, drive out of Togo as their first time of getting out of Ghana. I would always want to meet the family and learn more. And yes, we will always bring our drinks home. May Grandma Nabilla's soul rest in eternal peace. And may her legacy never fade from our hearts. And may generations yet unborn be inspired by her life that she lived. Thank you.
So we would invite the only grandchild who was named after her, Miss Nabilla Williams.
Good afternoon, everyone. I go by the name Nabilla Williams. I still cannot believe that you are gone and will never come back. The house will be so quiet that even the plants and cooking pots will notice your absence. I cannot imagine the other side of the bed where you slept right next to me will be cold. I have a lot on my mind, wondering how I will pretend I am not missing you, even though you prepared me for this day. Thank you so much, Granny, for being part of me till the last day. I thank God to have had you as my grandmother. Some of the famous keywords my grandma used was, Nabis, why do you have to be scared? You don't have to be scared in this world. All you have to do is to move. Move, my friend, move. Or sometimes I miss the times when grandma would say, I have to fix my hair for MTN meeting. And the hairdresser disappointed me. Nabis, come and help me fix my hair. Put lots of pins in my hair. Minya, yomok bega. I will miss the bitter soup. And even when grandma made bitter for me and soye, she would say, illiterate pots, you can't come and waste my time. All those were fun moments I had with my granny, and I want to say that she should rest well. And as an educationist, she always taught me one key thing, that education is key and is your power. And I promise I'll go as far as I can and make her proud.
Thank you so much, Naps Jr. If we give opportunity to the family, you will hear a lot of hilarious statements by Grandma. She was really fierce. We thought she was a military woman. With her commands, she would really command you, very strict, and she never joked with how she looked. I remember when I came back from the States, just in March, she was more like, come and help me to do my hair. Then I helped her with her duku, and she needed to cover her lump here. Then we put a muffler. At the end, how do I look, my dear? I was like, you are so beautiful. And she was going to the bank. So she was very energetic. At 87, she never gave up. So we are celebrating her life. So now, the family, we have more to say, but because of time, we want to welcome MTN. She served on the board. MTN, they were with us through the sickness time till now, and they are here. So we welcome MTN team for their tribute. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we are very honored to pay tribute to a remarkable person, Mrs. Nabilla Williams, affectionately called Grandma. She was a pillar of the MTN Ghana Foundation for over 17 years. She was dedicated, diligent, and compassionate, and this she did second to none. It was all evident in her interactions, and especially with her work on the board. Grandma was resilient. She was persistent, tenacious, and passionate, and made her voice heard on all issues. As an active board member of the foundation, she consistently advocated for the empowerment of children, the advancement of women, and the need for the foundation to implement solutions that had real impact on the lives of people within underprivileged communities, and that is what we have always sought to do. Grandma's leadership and vision have been instrumental in shaping all the foundation's initiatives. Aside her invaluable contributions on the board, she made sure to attend foundation events right to the very end. We fondly remember her at the last event she attended just over a little over a year ago on 7th March 2024 at the handover of the Quaker Maternity and Children's Ward. She was all smiles. She danced and chatted happily with us. It was always a joy to have her with us at such events where she shared her rich life experiences and lessons. Indeed, we will miss Grandma for several reasons: her warmth, dedication to duty, insights and ideas which she expressed in no uncertain terms, presence at MTN House and events, not to mention her carefully crafted diction, and most of all, for always being there for us. We extend our deepest gratitude to Mrs. Nabilla Williams, our grandma, for her tireless service, wise counsel, and unwavering support. She has been a source of inspiration to us, and we are forever grateful for having had her with us for several years and for the immense benefit we derived from her expertise and life experiences. It is said that what is lovely never dies, but passes into another loveliness: stardust or sea foam, flower or winged air. So, Grandma, rest in peace. Your legacy will forever live on. Thank you.
Yes, her legacy will live on. We'd like to invite the last group to come, the Williamses, at least Mrs. Nabilla Williams. So we want the Williamses to come and say the last tribute before we conclude. But if you have any other tribute, kindly see John. John is at the back, so that whilst the rest of the program goes on, after the first half, we can continue reading some tributes. Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is a tribute from the Williams nephews and nieces. Tribute to Auntie Nabilla. We called her Auntie Nabilla, or Auntie Nabs for short. She was the dear wife of our beloved Uncle Sidney of blessed memory. Auntie Nabilla was the last of her generation of those married to our fathers and mothers, the children of Joseph Gladstone Williams, alias Nana Kwamina, Daddy, and his wife, Kate Crowther Williams, Iraba. Each of us have our own tributes to Auntie Nabilla based on our relationship with her. We related in many different ways, but generally, either as staying with her or visiting, whether it was in Kwabenya, in Tesano, or at the airport residential area, spending part of our holidays with them, or meeting her at our family get-togethers. We can best describe Auntie Nabilla as that beautiful red rose, her favorite color, red rose, with its prickly thorns. May her good deeds be remembered. Rest in peace, the year Auntie Nabs. Thank you.
Thank you, Grandma. Rest in peace. Shall we take a communal song? Any song? All right. From the Quakers, any song? Thank you.
Worship experience. And lastly, it expresses love and unity between all of us. Normally when we have silence, it's for 1 hour. You only have 30 minutes. So I'd like to end this now with 5 minutes silence. If you enjoy it so much, you can always come and visit us when we're doing our celebration at the end of the year. And we'll be commemorating Nabilla and Sydney. Okay, so 5 minutes silence, starting from now. Please, close your eyes and just think back on Nabilla and reflect on what she has done and how she celebrated her life with all of us. And thank God for her life. Okay. We're going to be moving the body. So what I'd like you to do, please, shake hands and stand up. Stand up. Yeah. Shake hands and stand up while they move the body. But please shake hands with each other. Yeah. I'll start with you.
All right. So, but we will do that in silence. Still in silence. So kindly shake hands in silence. The first half is almost. So would like the close family once again to please come. All right. Please be seated. So once again, I want to call Joe, John, please join the family, the close family. You have to come to get into the next room. That's just for family. Nyameche, please, you need to be part. Irafua, you are also supposed to be here just to join. And then, Honorable, please, let's join. While they are joining and to have an exclusive time with the family, so we would want to invite, there's a tribute by Philip Danso. If you are here, kindly come up with your tribute, and then we will take additional tribute. Bonaboto, if you have one. Okay, I've seen one of your members. She's also coming up. Any other person, since John is here, kindly just meet me in front if you want to present your tribute. We'll just have maximum of 4, but now 2. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Philip Danso Abiel. My name is Philip Danso Abiel. I met Auntie Nabilla 1984. That's about 41 years ago. In a company of lawyer Alex Williams, who is Auntie Nabilla's nephew. And I had a close collaboration with Auntie Nabilla for some 10, 15 years thereafter. I used to visit the house, even after Uncle Sidney died. This morning, I was on my way to the office when Alex Williams sent me a message that I write, and every day I share my musings with about 1,000 people. I write every day. And so the musing I shared this morning, Alex said it reminded him of Auntie Nabilla, and that Auntie Nabilla is dead and is being interred this afternoon. So I got to know just about around 7:30. So I wrote a tribute this morning about Auntie Nabilla. It's a privilege to share this tribute about Auntie Nabilla. I met her 41 years ago. A reflective musing in memory of Mrs. Nabilla Williams. The news of Mrs. Nabilla Williams' passing this morning and her impending funeral slated for today, June 2nd, 2025, stirred a mix of emotions within me. Auntie Nabilla was once a lecturer at the Home Science Department of the University of Ghana, rising to be the head of department. Until her passing, she was a board member of MTN, Ghana Foundation. As I reflected on the life and legacy of the late Auntie Nabilla, I was reminded of the profound impact she had on my life during my formative years of the mid-1980s. Her influence, though subtle, was profound, and it is a testimony to the enduring power of human connection. That her memory remains with me to this day. Upon hearing of Auntie Nabilla's passing, I murmured to myself that the day comes when I would only become an intangible image in the mind of the living. A fleeting thought, a whispered memory, a faint echo of that once was, of what was once was. I know that the manner my memorial, like Auntie Nabilla's memorial, will be received in the mind of the living after my passing will essentially depend on the impact of my existence on the lives of those I leave behind. This realization led me to ponder on the memories we create, the love we share, and the laughter we inspire. These are the threads that weave the fabric of our legacy, a legacy that will be passed down through generations, a testament to the lives we have touched. It's a sobering thought, yet a powerful reminder to live intentionally. As I navigate life's complexities, I'm drawn to the idea that our existence is but a ripple in the vast oceans of time. Yet, the impact of that ripple can be felt for eternity. The question is, what kind of ripple would you and I leave behind? Will it be a gentle lapping or a jumping lapping at the shore of a powerful wave that reshapes the coastline like the one Auntie Nabilla has left behind? The answer lies in the choices you and I make, the actions we take, and the love we share. Every moment is an opportunity to leave a mark, make a difference, and be a force for good. When you and I are gone, it is the memories of those moments that will linger, a bittersweet reminder of what could have been. Only a positive impact will make our memorial endearing. A legacy of love, kindness, and compassion will be the greatest tribute we can leave behind. This challenge gives our lives purpose, and direction. As we strive to make a positive impact, let's remind ourselves that the small moments those small moments that have the greatest significance, a kind word, like Auntie Nabilla will always give you a kind word. A listening ear, she will listen to whoever she met. A helping hand, and she will help everybody that comes her way. These can change the course of a life. And when we are gone, it is this moment that will be remembered and cherished and passed on. As I ponder the impact I want to leave behind, like Auntie Nabilla has left, I'm drawn to the idea that our existence is a canvas waiting to be filled with colors of our choices. We can paint a picture of beauty like we see here today. Joy, love, or one of darkness, pain, and sorrow. The choice is ours. And so let's strive to live a life marked by purpose, meaning, and connection. Rich in love, kindness, and compassion. A life that leaves behind a legacy of memories, a testament to the impact we have had on those we touched. At the end, I shared this with my readers around 12 o'clock, and I told them that, dear reader, I'm off to Lashebi Funeral Home to witness the final send-off for Auntie Nabilla and bid her a personal goodbye. May her soul rest in peace.
Thank you. Now, I'd like to welcome the Bonaboto team. So as I said, Bonaboto, I stand to be corrected, people from Bolga, Nangodi, Bongo, Tongo. So we have the team here to present, and Grandma never really joked with Bonaboto, so they are here to present. After that, we'll have Mr. Paul Timbil from Nangodi to just give a brief one, and that will be all for the tributes before we close the curtains. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. You've done well. Bonaboto. Bonaboto, I think I would wish that we stand up for them to know that we are here to honor our dear sister and auntie. Can we all be on our feet? I stand here on behalf of Bonaboto. It refers to citizens from Bolgatanga, Nabdan, Bongo, and Tongo in the Upper East region. She was a member, and indeed a former chair. Myself, the national president of Bonaboto. And the rest of the people you see standing, including those behind me, are our members. Tribute to Mrs. Nabilla Williams. With great sorrow and reverence, I stand before you today on behalf of the National Executive Council and the entire membership of Bonaboto to honor the life and memory of a dedicated daughter of our land and a committed leader and a woman of grace, Mrs. Nabilla Williams. Mrs. Williams was not just a member of Bonaboto, she was a true torchbearer of our ideals. As a former chairperson of the Accra Tema branch, she brought depth, warmth, and purpose to her leadership. She led by example, mobilizing our community, advancing our cause, and nurturing unity among members across generations. Her tenure was marked by selflessness, inclusiveness, and vision. She was a bridge between tradition and transformation, respecting our cultural roots while advocating for innovation, inclusivity, and progress. Many of the programs and structures we benefit from today in Accra Tema branch, and including national, our Bonoboto Education Trust Assistant Fund, she was a member BOT, that's the Board of Trustees, and I was happy sitting down here. We heard what she did to MTN. She did great things in Bonoboto. Today, many young people benefited from her insights and her contribution to this assistant fund. But beyond the title and responsibilities, Mrs. Nabilla Williams was a mother figure to many, a mentor to the young, and a tireless ambassador for the Bonoboto vision, a united person empowered through knowledge, solidarity, and service. Even after leaving office, she remained very, very strong in our Bonoboto community, advising, supporting, and showing up when it matters most. Her humility and quiet strength earned her admiration across our membership. Her loss is deeply felt, not only in Accra and to the family, but across every branch and everybody who knew her. To her family, we say, you shared her with us, and for that, we are eternally grateful. Know that her legacy is not forgotten. It lives in the lives she touched, the structures she built, and the spirit of togetherness she championed. As we lay her to rest, let us recommit ourselves to the values she stood for. Let us continue to work together for unity, empowerment, and service to the entire Bonoboto family and Ghana. Fare thee well, Mrs. Nabilla Williams. You have fought a good fight. You have run your race with dignity, and now may you rest in perfect peace. Bonoboto bows his head in mourning her, raise her heart in gratitude. Rest well, our dear sister. Rest well, our dear mother. Rest well, our auntie. Thank you.
So we have Mr. Paul Tiville. He has a short tribute.
Just 3 weeks ago, in the night at around 2 a.m., I got a call from Mama Nabilla. Very unusual and precise. Paul, you may not meet me if you don't come, because I am not well. Unfortunately, I was not also well. I made time, I did not meet her. But what I think is very important I share is that Mama Nabilla is the product, I am the product of Mama Nabilla's magnanimity and the sense of compassion she had for people who are deprived, who needed support. In 1989, when I got admission at Legon, I was on my way and somebody told me, Paul, we have an auntie at the Home Science Department called Mrs. Nabilla. Go and say hi to her. I got to her place, and what she identified immediately was that I needed assistance. And the first thing she told me was that, my son, I am going to give you a job, and that will help you to pay your school fees. As if she knew I needed money to pay my school fees. And of course, I became a tour guide for some whites who came from US in the whole country. And that actually paid my school fees and gave me some support in the school. Anytime I did not have to eat, which was very regular, after lectures, I moved to her place. And what she did was to advise me, and she gave me a typhoon. She later started preparing dawa sito and gave me a lot. I was distributing at Commonwealth, and that supported me so much. When I was completing the school, he said, Paul, where are you going to do your service? I'll arrange for you. And the next thing I heard was Ghana Tourist Board at Koforidua. Before I got to Koforidua, she had arranged with somebody for me to stay with while doing my national service. I never paid a dime. I finished service, and every time I was in trouble, as if she knew, she called me and gave me advice and gave me support. And I didn't know her until this. Of course, we come from the same village, but this is somebody she just discovered and felt that she needed to give me the strongest support I needed to have. So it is very unfortunate that, of course, I could not talk to her, but I feel that all of us here, especially those who are deprived, she played a very strong role to support people like that. And he is telling all of us, I think the message coming from her strong today is that we have the duty to support those who have nothing and who also need our support to be some people tomorrow. So thank you. I pray that our good Lord will receive her in heaven, and we will always remember her as somebody who was so passionate and helpful to the deprived.
Thank you, Mr. Tibil, for this. I know if you want to give tribute, we might not leave here. We acknowledge that today is Monday, and we really freed our time, our busy schedules to be with us here. Thank you all for coming, but I would like to acknowledge some distinguished people who are with us here. Before I get to those, Mami, if you can hear me. So I want to thank those who were with Grandma, the final moment. Auntie Joanne was a former student, and she was with her throughout the struggle till she passed. We want to thank you. I want to thank Annie and the rest of the team that have been supporting Grandma all this while. Thank you for all your support. We want to also thank the University of Ghana and MTN for supporting the family during the really difficult times, and thanking the Quakers. At least today we've learned something. Thank you for helping us understand the importance of silence. I want to thank the Bonaboto, all the other associations Grandma belonged to. I might forget some, but I would like to actually acknowledge the presence of Honorable Betty Mould Idrisu. I know we saw her around. She was a former Minister for Education. I met her during my master's graduation in KUST. She actually helped me in my gown. Thank you very much, Honorable, for being here. We have Honorable Alaji Yahya Idrisu also with her. Thanks for gracing our occasion. We have the former minister and also the MP for the then Nabdam constituency, Honorable Moses Asaga, is also here. He's currently the chairman of PURC. He's here with us. Maybe you can give a wave. He's at the back. So Honorable Moses Asaga is here with us. We also have Honorable Haji Alima Mahama, the former, it was former minister for Ministry of Local Government, Rural Development, and also from the Gambaga constituency, if I'm right. So she's here as well. Please, you can give a wave. Yes. And we also have the immediate past Chief of Staff, former Chief of Staff, Honorable Frima Osei Opari is with us here. She is in front. She was a colleague to Grandma at the University of Ghana and also a partner. You remember during the biography, the mentioned depot, she was one of the partners. So Honorable is with us. She is considered not just a partner, but a family member. So these are distinguished individuals I needed to inform, to acknowledge your presence. And then we also have Dr. Songtin Tubiga from Napdown. He was a close person to Grandma. He's raised his hand. Thank you, Doc, for coming. The numerous doctors and then also the professors, the colleagues, the students. Thank you so much for coming. And on behalf of the family, we would have our head of family to come and thank us, and I'll just make a little announcement.
Here on behalf of Tam Piekukuna Al-Hassan family and the Nangodi Yemba, and Tif Yemba and Natizori family, to thank all of you for taking your precious time to make your presence, to see to it that our dear sister, mother, grandma, is put to peaceful rest. We thank you all for coming, and may Almighty God send all of you to your various destinations. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for coming.
So thank you to Posia, Tipaya, Nangodi. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Please, you can, on your way, there's some little refreshment for us. And then if you have any donation, there's a table on your right that you can see. Thank you, and we wish you journey mercies, and may God rest our dear mother, grandmother, friend, colleague, soul in perfect peace. Thank you, and journey mercies. Please, the family is seated in front. If you need to give them a handshake, thank you for that. Yes, the family. So if you want to